because you talked about central banks, and we have a question here, a really interesting question. He said, crypto is invented to go against central banks. Since Mr. Yanis is not against Bitcoin, does he agree that central banks are doing something wrong or unethical, just like quantitative easing, the printing of fiat out of thin air, and the Federal Reserve's not debasing the dollar to gold?
There are two stories of this. Do I believe that people genuinely need someone to control the money? I honestly do. Because honestly, the system will not work. Financial system will not work. Do I think that central banks are doing something wrong? Yes, of course, definitely. They are. I do believe that many of them try to do the best they can do. Many of them try to find the easiest way. But if we are being completely honest, can any of us give the better solution? If I'm being completely honest, I don't. If I would be in charge of the Fed, can I give better solution? I don't think so. So of course it's very easy to say, it's very easy to read some blogs on the internet. Oh yeah, inflation, so this is gonna happen, and then yes, so the central banks are wrong, the Bitcoin is the future. Okay, let's have this discussion then. Okay, do you really believe Bitcoin is a currency? I don't.
Fair question, yeah.
Because how you can say it's a currency when today it's worth $60,000, and then 3 days from now it's $37,000. That's not a currency. So if quantitative easing is devaluing dollar, I've never seen dollar drop by 50% in one day. That has never happened. So I'm not against Fed. I'm not for Fed. I just mean, don't you think that if somebody would control Bitcoin, especially in the last month, many people would feel a lot more comfortable because they would not lose money?
No. I doubt.
So that's why it's a very tough question. It's a very tough question. So I think these two ecosystems have to coexist. So I think we need both. You need decentralized and you need centralized. So decentralized is the ecosystem that can run. For Bitcoin, there are many questions. Like I have a question, what will happen with the value of Bitcoin when you cannot mine more Bitcoins? And that means that's it, it's finished.
True.
So that means, will the value of Bitcoin always gonna go up? If the value of Bitcoin will always gonna go up, does that means it loses its core concept already? The Bitcoin initially was set up as the money for the people, peer-to-peer transactions. If the value of Bitcoin is $150,000 a coin, how on earth it is for everyone? Because let's be honest, if you round up 100 people out of your Facebook, how many of them have $150,000 available now? Depends what is your friend. That's 150,000. How if the Bitcoin is 1 million? And yes, of course, people say, yeah, but you can split the blocks and then you can buy 0.0. That's not the case. That's not the point. If something will always go up in a value, it's not really currency, right? But if you have, like, that's why it's store of value. I'm actually more excited when it comes to USDC. I think that's actually the concept, what should be used for currency, something that is just stable across the board. And the products that you can do in digital banking with USDC, I'm more excited when it comes to USDC actually than about any other currency out there. Like, because I believe that one will be used for stock trading. I believe we will settle our outstanding positions instantly buy USDC. We will do so many things. We will do deposits. So that's yes. So I agree that central banks definitely are not really, they do a lot of good things. Okay, so many things what they do are correct, and they actually saved financial market from the crash during the COVID, because what happened, that was not crash. If something goes down and then 3 months from that it's already up when hitting new highs, that's not a market crash. That's just a chance for people to become extremely, extremely rich. Similarly, probably you can talk about the cryptocurrencies when they drop now. As long as you have money and you have time, probably you can make money. So central banks, they do many good things, but of course the quantitative easing and how they control the rates, you can't really agree. They are trying to pump up the money, right? They are pumping up the money. But if you put them one to one, okay, so Fed is printing more dollars, and then you are sitting at home with your computer and with your video card, and you are printing more Ethereum or Bitcoin. What's the difference?
And same thing, basically.
It's just the different story is now you become the person that is printing. So people just like to be in charge of the things, and that's it. and that's the problem when it comes to education. Like, I'm not crypto expert.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely not a crypto expert, but no one is. there aren't any crypto experts in the world because it's such a new thing. So at the end of the day, if that in the future will be currency, and what's happening now, many central banks are issuing their own digital tokens, and those are centralized. China, centralized. US will issue, it will be centralized. Of course, those will be centralized. So nothing gonna replace anything. They're just two different ecosystems will have to coexist. So you will have the centralized system and you will have the DeFi system. And of course, I want to be part of DeFi system because no matter which investments are we doing now, they are part of the centralized system anyway. So of course, for us, we want to be part of the DeFi system because it brings many opportunities. Do I believe that it will also bring so many scams and that it will just be an opportunity for opportunistic people to take money away from other people? Yes, definitely, 100%. So when everything is decentralized and not controlled, well, believe me, now governments are stealing our money, okay, when things are centralized. In the future, just other people will steal your money. No matter how, if you're not vigilant enough and if you don't think what you're doing, somebody will take your money.